Hi everybody, Rob, John Miller Garden Machinery. Hope you're all well. It's nice and sunny. We are going to check out the awesome Hansa C16 chipper. This bad boy will do 110 mil, which for a small compact machine is good. It runs the 16 horsepower Vanguard engine. Although now I've just looked at there, it says 18 horsepower, but on the label it says 16. So we're going to say between 16 and 18 horsepower, just to cover ourselves. It's got a gravity-fed chute, nice big open hopper, which makes it good to get the material in. Hello! You can hear yourself really well in there. Have you on it now? It wants to pop round. You know, obviously you never do this bit when it's running, but you can see it's got a nice size sort of shape there to get the material in. It's on wheels, so manoeuvrable. It's got a nice park brake, so when you've got to your position, it's not going to go anywhere. What I will say is, it's damn heavy. All right, it weighs like 237 kgs. So on a nice smooth bit of concrete, a tarmac, it's wonderful. If you're going to go some lawn, you're going to need two people because it is on swivel wheels at the front. To be fair, they look a bit low at the moment, so that may be why it was difficult to push around the back of the yard. But hey, we learn by these things. But even so, joking aside, you'll probably need two of you to move it around a garden. But it's quite narrow. I think, from memory, you'll be able to get that through a garden gate. Saying that, you might struggle with that. You may have to, if it was like a necessity, you may have to unscrew that handle. But on the whole, compact chipper for the size material. Obviously, chute, you can manoeuvre to different angles like that. We are going to have it in this position today because we're going to fire it all under the fence there, and then you tighten it back up with the lever. So that's it really, chippers. This chipper is based on different types of chippers. You get drum chippers, you get chippers where you've got like a base plate going with blades. You get shredder chippers. Shredders are different than chippers, all right guys? So just to let you know, shredders are mainly for green waste, and then chippers are for woody kind of material. So it's a weird example, but I always say chipping's a bit like sauteed potatoes. You know, it's going through like this, and you're getting lots of chips off. Green waste machines, the jaws and everything are shaped differently. But for this machine, it's a chipper. It's got a vertical disc with blades on, so it's spinning like that on the vertical. So when you're putting the material in, it's just chopping it like so, all right? Nice and simple. And the nice thing about this one is when you start him up, yes, the flywheel will spin, but you engage your blades by using this handle in like that, and you pick up the tension nice and slowly, and that engages the cutting drive, all right? So, yeah, all basics on there. And then starting-wise, like any engine, you've got choke, throttle, and on and off switch around the front here, okay? So we were going to fire it up and hopefully put through some of the material that we chopped down earlier today. We haven't got big stuff. I think we've got 2-inch max, maybe 3-inch and some bit. Like I say, this will cope with 110 mil, so 4-inch, 4.5 inch, 4.25 inch, quite comfortably. So I say, big capacity for a fairly small machine. So yeah, so I'll get some earmuffs on. I've got my glasses. Don't forget your steel gloves. And we'll fire it up and see what happens. Right then, so that was the C16 Hansa. Yes, we didn't put massive stuff through because we haven't got massive stuff in to put through. But I put a few like 2.5 inch logs through, and it just literally gobbles it all up for fun, you know. Nice thing about chippers, you're kind of reducing your waste pile from like anywhere between 10, 16 down to 1. So it's a big reduction in waste. So you can either mulch it, like look down there, you can chuck it back onto the flower beds, put into a skip, into bags, you know. It comes out at a rate, so I wouldn't be standing too close to it. But that's just basically a little example of what the 16 can do. They do a 7, they do a 13, they do a 16, and they do a big trailed 21, which will take like 5 inches, 5.5 inches. So it's a big range. Well made, all made in New Zealand. It's all solid steel. They're not skimping on anything. All right, guys. But it's easy to use. You know, very simple controls. You wind up. You heard the blades engage and everything pick up. The revs pick up. Yes, always have earmuffs because it's loud. You probably noticed me at the little Milwaukee. I shall grab it quickly. Again, we used it the other day, but the little Milwaukee handheld pruner stroke chainsaw. Useful for those awkward bits of timber. Like I say, the hopper does narrow, so you need to chop it. Just go steady if you're doing that. Yes, ideally you shouldn't hold it and put it, but sometimes you kind of put in a position we have to, but you shouldn't be having your hands anywhere near the blade, so keep it far away if you can. But that's a brilliant little tool to have either near the chipper, you know, for taking those little Y frames or the little snaggy bits that are hanging out. But yeah, I mean, we had a bit of a pile there, okay. Not the biggest pile, but it didn't take us long to go through. So yeah, on the whole, very good machine, all right. The guys who sell it are brilliant to deal with. Andy, you might know him from Fully Charged Gardener. He is their head of sales. If you want any information, he's happy to speak to you. He's happy to do demos. So top-notch company to deal with. We normally keep the little one in stock, just because of obviously size of filling the showroom up. But we can get them all. We can ship them. So on the whole, good chippers, good value for money as well. In conclusion, very good chipper. I would put it up against some of the other big boys in terms of, for this size machine, you're not going to put it against a Force TR8 or something, because that'll take 6-7 inches on track. So if you keep it all like for like, I would go toe to toe with this against anything else. All right, guys. So as always, don't forget to like, subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one.